Next participant, Mr. Soham Pentkar, please share your screen and start.
This is my project topic, robotic vision.
Maximize this.
Yeah, I will not waste on any time on this content overview. I will directly switch to introduction part.
Next.
Yeah. So introduction, talking about LiDAR SLAM. Basically, in SLAM, the two main components are yeah. So talking about SLAM, there are basically two types. One is visual, and the second one is a LiDAR. I have used LiDAR SLAM. LiDAR basically is a sensor which sends the laser and receives it. And according to the formula of distance, speed of light into time of flight divided by 2, it will calculate the distance and location. It will give the correct location of an surrounding object. Uh, the next part is YOLO. I have used YOLO algorithm. YOLO means you only have to look once. So it recognizes various objects and objects in an input image or a real-time video. My model is trained for detecting 80 objects. I have trained it for 80 classes such as dog, person, horse, mobile, cell phone, etc. So it uses CNN. It can capture at a time 81 objects in real time. YOLO V4 is improvement over YOLO V3 by means of precision and accuracy by 10%, and it supports 12% more FPS than previous version. Talking about literature survey, the first paper first paper is related to my topic, which will give me idea about both SLAM as well as YOLO. Second one is again for SLAM, which will be for LiDAR SLAM, specific for LiDAR. Third paper gives is specific for YOLO, and the fourth one is in future scope. Currently, I am working on its future aspects. So fourth paper is helpful right now to me for designing a feature extraction algorithm. So talking about objectives, the first objective is to detect the real-time surrounding and map the graph of it. Second is to have a system that will automatically detect various objects in real time. Yeah, the third object is to compare it with realistic scenario, and fourth one is to combine both the systems. In methodology, LiDAR consists of three components. First one is a laser that transmit the pulses. Scanner receives it and record the time and calculate the distance. The specialized GPS receiver gives the exact location of the surrounding object. So the formula I already told you. Here, the consider object volume where I have to place a LiDAR sensor. It will rotate in 360 degrees and calculate the distances of surrounding objects. So it will, in front end, it will give the location by the distance, and in back end, it will plot the graph by collecting that points, just like shown in the fourth figure. Yeah, talking about methodology of YOLO, YOLO divides input image into S by S grid. Each grid is responsible for the predicting object in it. YOLO works on the probability of classes. I have trained my model for 80 classes. So here in this picture, as you can see, there is a dog, a cycle, and a car. So it will calculate the probability in each class for each grid. So they classify is shown in below figure, and finally it will according to probability of occurrences of each class, it will detect the object and gives the location as well as the name of that class in the final output. So my object at a time detects 80 objects in real time. And at a time, 80 objects it can detect. The hardware and software. I use LiDAR sensor, 720p SD camera, webcam for you, and these are the two IDs. For talking about libraries, I use NumPy, PIL, Matplotlib. These are all basic libraries that everybody knows. Threading and PyLiDAR 3 is basically used for LiDAR implementation. PyLiDAR 3 and threading. Threading, we can give multiple sequences of operations in a sequence. It is useful, and other imaging libraries are there also. In results and conclusions, our LiDAR sensor can rotate for our LiDAR sensor points rotates in 360 degrees. It calculates the 360 positions in each rotation. So it has a RPM of 600. So this is how points collected and give the mapping of surrounding. So this is the example of my hostel where I live. I have taken this. This is the corner of my hostel. Other points are based on my surname's main window only. So talking about YOLO output, this is the real-time video in which I taken the screenshot. So it is detecting multiple objects at the same time. In future scope, I have already turned on it and I have made a system which can match the features in different images. This is first future scope is already complete, and the second one I have to work on it in further time. The second is to make a robot. What is vision to make an actual robot which will do the mapping of surrounding as well as real-time object detection, and the features in it. It can also detect features in a single full-fledged autonomous system. So this is my final objective. It will take 3 or 4 months for me to develop something in future scope. This was my project timeline, and these are the references. Thank you. If you have any doubts, you can ask.
Soham, what is your contribution apart from this LiDAR sensor and then this YOLO? What is your
I have made developed everything is mine, sir. I am a MTech student from CIT. Everything is done only when.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank
You
you,
can
sir.
log off now.